you don't know. Right?
You don't know what you don't know, but this is one hell of a way to find out, right? Like blind spots will always stay blind if you don't shine light on them. And it's you're not. So if they're going to be getting better faster than you, how in the hell are you ever going to catch up to get on that type of level, right? So brilliance, like, look, man, the game is rigged, right? This whole thing that we call business, this game we call business is rigged. Too proud. They don't want to ask for help. They think they can do it on their own. And they end up doing something at a lower quality that took them attention to unforced errors. Don't think it's a rite of passage where you have to make all the mistakes. That's bullshit. Find solutions, right? And I think just by not making stupid mistakes can get you ahead so much further faster. And that's what I don't see enough people kind of realizing right now. Thing that I hear with just the two clients that I've brought up in this conversation, we've all said the same thing. I wish I would have done this earlier, right? And
Because you don't know what you don't know. Right?
you don't know what you don't know, but this is one hell of a way to find out, right? Like blind spots will always stay blind if you don't shine light on them. And it's extraordinarily difficult for us to always being able to shine our own light on our own blind spots. And blind spots to a leader or a professional is like cigarettes to the body. They will slowly kill you. I promise you. And yeah, I don't think it's ever too early. You know, one of the big myths that they exist on both ends of the spectrum. I think coaching's still going through this breaking out of a negative stigma, right? Where when I first started coaching, I heard the same two things over and over. On one end of the spectrum, people said, "Oh, I thought coaching and performance coaching was kind of reserved as a perk for like Fortune 500 executives."
Like CEOs, executives.
Yeah. It's like, well, if you thought that, why do you think the best of the best are universally leveraging coaching, but you're not? So if they're going to be getting better faster than you, how in the hell are you ever going to catch up to get on that type of level, right? So flawed logic. But the more pervasive one was, oh, I thought coaching was something you got when you like were on a performance plan, or like you were underperforming, or your company brought this in when you needed help. And so I think it's that one on that end of the spectrum. Our pride, our ego gets in the way of saying,
I need help.
I want to get better. I know I've got more potential, and getting this type of help should not be thought of as a negative.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
I mean,
part of the same with me as well, right? Like, I think people, or like at least personally, I'm like, I feel like I can do this. Like, I know I can do this. I know if I find the right mission, the right idea, right product, whatever, I'm confident that I can get it to a certain level.
Sure.
But I also understand that maybe there's, I don't want to call it a cheat code, but like, there's probably a shortcut. There's like, do you have to learn and make every mistake? Maybe not. Do I think it's a better outcome if you go the long way? Maybe. Like, you probably learn a lot more along the way, but that's not necessarily the right path all the time.
And I think that's what a lot of people face, right? Is like, can I do this on my own? Yeah, probably. But then it comes down to how committed to getting better are you, and how are you valuing your time?
Yeah, 100%.
And if you put big priorities on both of those, coaching becomes the obvious answer. Because if you're going to go on your own, it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer. You're going to have a lot more bruises, scratches, and scars along the way. And you still may not get to where you want to be. You may get 70% there. And so I think we all, and I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and one of the things that holds true is every organization, especially in the early stage mode, but the same can be held for executive leaders too. Everyone, especially in this business environment, is looking for ways to generate better results faster with fewer resources. And when you can find systems that give you leverage, Alex Hormozy says this, and I think it's brilliant. It's like, look, man, the game is rigged, right? This whole thing that we call business, this game we call business is rigged, but in a good way. It's rigged by those who find the most leverage the fastest are the ones who usually win. We all, regardless of background, regardless of wealth, regardless of anything else, we all only have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 12 months in a year. So when you're able to make better, greater progress within those time increments than everybody else, you're going to get ahead, right? But too many people are too proud. They don't want to ask for help. They think they can do it on their own. And they end up doing something at a lower quality that took them 10 times longer versus someone else who found leverage and won the game. And I think that's so important for especially a lot of early stage entrepreneurs. It's like, yeah, it's going to be a grind, but I come back to tennis. And tennis is one of those sports that has this statistic that I think more business professionals need to think about, and that's unforced errors. So when you look at a top-rated tennis player, number one in the world, gets upset at Wimbledon by this, young kid, like, what the hell happened? Always go to the unforced errors column. They will kill you, right? And so if you're looking for ways to get better results faster with fewer resources, gain the leverage to win the game, you have to pay attention to unforced errors. Don't think it's a rite of passage where you have to make all the mistakes. That's bullshit. Find solutions to where you're making high quality mistakes because you're stretching so hard, so high, and making progress. You fail well, but also do the due diligence to not make the mistakes that you shouldn't be making too, right? And I think just by not making stupid mistakes can get you ahead so much further faster. And that's what I don't see enough people kind of realizing right now.
You made the statement about doing more in the same amount of time. I don't know what I was listening to the other day. Some guy on a podcast was